record on computer. Okay, welcome to our new coach call. This is actually call number 2. So if you missed the first call in the series, I do have the recording. So message me if you're watching this later or if you're watching this now and you guys have not seen call number 1. It's only about 30 minutes. And these calls are shorter because we just want to give you some pieces of information to help you guys start your business off. I'm Tanya Albert, by the way. If you didn't know, I'm one of the coach leaders here, along with Virginia. If you guys want to just introduce yourself real quick, like where you live or just a little bit about yourself, that would be great. So anybody can go.
I'll go first. My name's Ciara Nallen. I'm from Riverside, Rhode Island. And my coach is Chrissy. She's the one who invited me. And I started doing 21 Day Fix. I told Tanya about 4 years ago in 2016. So that was my first taste of Beachbody. And so I've been kind of following along a bit. But now since the pandemic hit, I started to get more serious. And I've done 80-Day Obsession now. And now I'm in the middle of MBFA. I just completed MBF. So I'm a discount coach now, and I'm just trying to get more information and hopefully dive into coaching.
Wonderful. Glad you're here.
Thank you.
Welcome, Ciara.
Thanks for having me.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Crystal. I am Virginia's my coach. I am as new to this as they can be. I literally just joined today to Beachbody. I'm excited to see. I'm still learning to see how everything goes apart. But I'm excited to see what this journey brings.
We're so excited to have you guys.
And I'm in New York. I'm sorry.
You're in New York? Oh, good. Well, we're so glad you're here, especially that you're just jumping in. The biggest thing I want to tell you guys, hey, Christy, or hey, Chrissy, sorry, I'm like Christy. That's my other best friend from college. You're here. Thank goodness. Matt's home.
Yeah, and then I was in the wrong Zoom room for like a good 90 seconds.
Oh no.
And then I was like, I think I'm in the wrong Zoom chat. I went to like the one we usually use.
Oh no, is this a different one? Oh gosh. I keep messing up the password thing.
I don't know. I don't know where I was, but I was by myself in a Zoom and I was like, all right, something's wrong. So then I went in the group chat and I was like, okay.
Well, we're glad you made it too. Okay, so this is the thing. When you guys are starting off, we don't want you guys to feel overwhelmed. There's a lot of information and you can let it kind of just settle. You don't have to let it sink in. With coaching, one of the biggest things is you kind of learn as you go. So when you start, we'll give you little things. Like next week, we're going to start to give you little tasks to try and do to get you going. But the most important thing right now is taking care of you, picking your program, starting it, doing a program from start to finish, just trying your products, just having your own Beachbody transformation, your own experience, and continuing with that. So today, this is call number 2. As I said earlier, call number 1 was recorded. So if you didn't see that, I guess I need to share my screen. Sorry. Share my screen. Here we go. And so this is call number 2. So this call is going to be talking about the 4 vital behaviors, which is the absolute key thing of what a coach needs to know to do. It's just these 4 vital behaviors. If you do these 4 vital behaviors every day, you're going to see success. And with the 4 vital behaviors, there's something called a Beachbody Success Tracker. It looks like this. It's in your coach back office. This is actually a book that I created. And Chrissy's going to have one for her team. And Chrissy and I are success partners, just to let you know. So my whole coach team is separate from Chrissy's, but we coach together. So we're success partners. So all of our coaches are friends. We work together, we team up because we feel Team Beachbody is all about team effort and having fun, and we have a blast together. So that's that's what we do. But anyway, so my team has the Core Inspiration, has a chance to win this Core Inspiration Success Tracker for 2021, and it has our weekly tracker, and it'll have all the vital behaviors, there's only 4 things that 4 topics, I guess, or sections that you try to do each day to have success. So, and Chrissy will have hers for Alpha Omega. So anyways, the vital behaviors, proof that the product works. Chrissy, do you remember which one you did? And can you guys see this whole screen? Or because mine is kind of blocked. Okay.
I can do this one. I can start.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So proof the products work. A lot of times this is kind of easy for everybody. Not that using the products isn't dedication, but a lot of times you already are using the products, or you're coming in, excited to use them. So as Tanya was saying before, to really just pick a program, do it start to finish, and track that progress. Now, as you can see, Tanya and I are there with our belly buttons out, showing, right, our before and after progress. This is something that we appreciate is scary, like, to look at, and we want you to know we're not asking you today to put your belly button on social media. So there's plenty of ways to show your results. Definitely though, no matter what, even if it's just for your eyes, take that before picture. So if you can bring yourself to take a picture like in your sports bra, because you never can go back and take that picture, guys. So, like, so many times people don't do it, and then they're like, oh, I wish I had a picture. So definitely take a really good before picture, maybe one you're not thinking you'll ever share, or maybe someday. Take it anyways, and then take one that you would be willing to share. So maybe it's in, a more fitted outfit, something that shows, you'll be able to see results in the second picture with the same outfit clothes on, but you're comfortable to share. Again, once you get the results, you're going to be like, I wish that I had done that. So please just trust us on this and do it. And it might take you time. Like, you might pick 21 Day Fix, for example, or even 3-day refresh. You might not be there to share it right away. But even for some people, they can share it like in a message, right? So maybe they're ready to post in their stories or on their page yet, but when they start speaking to someone about what they just did, then they can say, okay, hey, look, take a look at this. These are my results. And maybe that will be it for you. Another thing that helps people is taking a picture with their head not there. I don't know why, but a lot of times that can help. So have do a couple of those too, front, side, back, of just like your body. And maybe that will be something that you feel, worth sharing. But anyways, take the pictures no matter what, just trust us on that. And then being proof that the product works. So posting about your journey as a coach, as part of the team. So I think the coaching part can be scary to it first, because it's like, I don't know, I haven't done anything. What am I going to talk about? Maybe just talking about why you chose to start this, right? Or why you're part of the community, or what you like about the community. Any little story, even if just something that inspired you that day, even if it needs to be like, hey, look at this recipe that my team, my Fit community team shared today. So sharing something about coaching, fitness, the products once a day. And we have their curiosity marketing. So trying to share so that people have to kind of ask you more about what it was. So you could say, I did this 3-day cleanup program Okay, if you did like the 3-day refresh, right? Or I'm embarking on a 3-week, um, you know, fitness nutrition journey. Like something, it's 21 days, right? 21-day fix if you were going to do that. So just talking about it without saying, I'm going to do a 21-day fix. Not that, like right now, I am saying I'm going to do 21-day fix because at this point, people like know, right? But we just want to make sure that we want to make sure that people have to come to you about what you're doing. So that's the thing with the curiosity marketing, that they're not like, oh, Shakeology, good idea, right? So at the very least, if you're going to say you're doing 21-day fix, you want to say in that post, like, if you want to do it with me, right? Send me a message or drop a gift so that they know, like, I want you to do this with me. I'm a coach and come do it with me. And if you're not there yet with the posting as much, definitely get into the stories, because the stories can be very freeing. They go away after 24 hours, right? So that's very freeing. And you can kind of show some different sides of yourself in the stories. So that might be the avenue you use more, but get out there with the posting as much as, just like one step after the other. We will help you with this, with the posting, even what Tanya's talking about that we're going to do next week. We're going to give you guys ideas. So don't get too freaked out. Maybe even in the meantime, just post anything, right? Maybe you and the kids, or just start to get out there and be seen in your newsfeed at the very least. So.
Great. Thanks, Chrissy. Okay, I'm going to go on to connect, invite, and follow up. And actually, this is funny because we're going to be talking about this more with our team call with this new launch. But basically in the tracker, so there's going to be another section and it's all broken. Be proof of the product. It's just your exercise and Shakeology, or if you use a different product, or maybe you haven't tried them. We suggest trying them and see what you think. I felt I was not a shake drinker, and then I started drinking Shakeology. It took me about 3, 4, 5 days to find a recipe that I really liked. At first, I didn't like it because I was just not used to shakes, and now I love it. And it makes me feel so good. There's so much nutrients in it. It really seriously is the healthiest meal I have during the day. But the next section is connect, invite, and follow up. So this is basically your friend making is hi, bud. Is making friends and bringing people along. So it's using your tracker, which is your sheet, or there is also an app that Chrissy uses, and I'll have Chrissy post that in the new coach app or coach pod so that people can track on their phone. Like, did you do your workout? Did you drink Shakeology? Did you reach out to make some new friends? Like on Facebook, you can add friends. Facebook suggests friends for you, and it's easy to add. And I try to add like 10 people a day. Doesn't always happen, but when I think of it, I add those people, and then they start seeing what you're doing. And that's why those posts that you made are really important, because they're going to jump on your page and they're probably going to look at the first 3 posts. And you want at least one of those posts to share something like that you're doing a fitness, you're on a fitness journey or a health journey, or you're making some creative, healthy meals, something like that, so that they know you're doing something that's turning your life around or changing your life. There's organization systems like Teamsy and spreadsheets. I think a lot of people start off with spreadsheets, making lists of people that they contact. I have Teamsy, which is like you have to buy a membership, and it keeps all of my clients and all of my friends who aren't clients in there organized, and so I can know what kind of conversations I've had with them in the past. Like if I brought up coaching before, then I can look back and they'll say, oh, I did talk about coaching back in July. So I could bring it up again. Oh, remember when we chatted? I also love this kind of calendar book. Like, and it just has, this isn't as messy, but it has notes. So I list people that I need to contact for challenge packs, and then I can have my notes on different days. You can do that. We talk about never stopping to follow up. I always make sure that whether they say yes to me, that they want to do Beachbody, or no, I follow up with them. Even if they say no, not right now, I still care about them. I still would love for them to be on this journey with me in our community. And I always tell people no does not mean never. I have so many people that have said no and that have come to me, or I've reached back out to them and they said, you know what, I think I want to do what you're doing. So just realize that, just follow up. Our team is all about loving and taking care. I think every single coach here on this team, I feel like we really attract coaches that genuinely have a big heart, that love helping other people. That's like the bottom, that's our main mission, is taking care of people, and following up is one of those things, because you want to check in. If somebody's not feeling well, of course you're going to want to check in next week to see, are you feeling any better? So just remember that. And then just never stopping to add new people, friending on Facebook, things like that. Chrissy, I'll have you go ahead and jump. I think we're doing really good on time. So
Yes. Okay, so get people results. So this will come, guys. This will come with joining the challenge group, having someone join with you. The first thing to do, I'm going to say the first thing to do, but you really can, depending where you're at, and we'll speak with you privately, but it's totally not only okay, but it's like great for you to go to some of your closest people, right? Your friends and some of your closest people, and say, hey, I've been doing Beachbody for a long time now. I decided to join as a coach, or to pair up as a rep. And I'm looking for some people to join in my team's next virtual challenge. And I'd love to have you consider doing that with me. So you can join, ask someone to join our group with you. And then that pressure is off of running the group and that whole thing. And unless you are like really wanting to do your own challenge group right out of the gate, we encourage you to do that, because then you're just focusing on your own journey still, and then checking in with your people. You could even have like a little message pod or something like that, right? So I kind of jumped to challenge groups, but let's go back to Fit Community page. So the Fit Community page is your free community. And we encourage you to have this, because who it's really freeing to is you. So as you start to talk to people, before maybe you're ready to say, do you want to look at some info or some packages or options? Or even if you've given them some options and they are not saying yes yet, or they're not answering, you have this Fit Community page that you can invite them to. So you can say, when you're wrapping up conversations, or even if it died, you can go back and be like, hey, you know what I forgot to mention? I have this Fit Community page. It's just for positivity. I'm trying to bring people together, start 2021 on a high note, and just, focus on some healthy things. And I invite, here's the link. I'd love to have you join. And what happens is, over time, you're going to grow and grow and grow that community. And now you have this pool of people that really start to be your team. So your team is more than just the people that sign up, because it's this whole community of people that cheer you on, bring you more people, and you are going to start to feel really fulfilled and more confident as you grow that page and are yourself in there. Messenger pods. So we use messenger pods. You guys are in one right now to connect people and get the results. Again, we have these for our challenge group. So, but if you have a couple of people and you're joining a bigger challenge group, it's such a good idea to have that smaller messenger pod, because now it's a place where you can talk behind the scenes. They start connecting with each other, and it just, again, builds that community. It births coaches, right? Because people can really open up and get the full experience and go in and say, hey, I didn't do my workout yesterday. And everyone's like, all right, come on, get it done today, right? It's just, everyone is just pushing each other along, cheering each other along. And it really encourages people to stay in the program, stay connected, and be getting those results, right? Because our results aren't just the physical. You guys know that. It's the mental, the emotional, the whole transformation. And then one-on-one messaging. Even when they're in pods, you want to make sure that you are keeping those relationships, growing those relationships, having those one-on-one things. Now, when I started coaching, my Facebook went went from my Facebook socializing to now I was using it for my business. And I did have some friends, like it was a learning curve for me that were like, hey, like, can you like my stuff, or like, where have you been? Or, like that I wasn't connecting with them the same. And so just make sure that like you're keeping your warm people, and that you're also not counting them out as your first challengers. My first challengers were like, guys, my first sign up was my mom. It was my mom. I told my mom what I'm doing, and she's like, okay, I'm going to do it. 21-day fix, whatever it is, sign me up. I don't drink shakes, but send me the shake, right? So don't hold back with going to the people that love you and care about you and want to see you succeed and have, those connections. And then coach apprenticeship invites. So when we have our next coach apprenticeship, this is a great way to invite people to check out the coaching opportunities. So once they've done a challenge group, they're in the messenger pod, right? Those people that are fired up, they love the products. And maybe you've already talked to them about signing up so they have the discount at the very least. And then you can invite them to come to our 5-day apprenticeship, where they just get a sneak peek at the basics that we do, which you guys are going to get that experience next week. So it kind of takes the pressure off of just being like, hey, I know it's Tuesday. Do you want to start a business today? You're not asking, right? Such a big question. You're just saying, any interest. Are you looking, for something like this in any way, financially, emotionally, mentally? Would you like to come check out more info?
Great. Thanks, Chrissy. Okay. Our last part of our vital behaviors is doing personal development. Guys, the first run around when I did coaching, I did not do personal development. I was like, who needs these self-help books? Like, I don't need them. And, in the past year, I have been really good about, or the past year and a half or so, doing a personal development book every day. I listen. I don't read because I'm always busy doing stuff, driving the kids to school. So I listen every day, and I tell you, it has built the confidence, has helped me kind of get out of my own way. So I highly recommend. We've got numerous books. If you got our team handbook, there's a couple suggestions of books to start with. So take a look at that handbook. If you don't have the handbook, it's a virtual handbook. Message your coach and they will message it to you. I also have a book club called Empowering Women's Book Club. We're reading Everything is Figure Outable by Maria Forleo. We are on chapter 8 now, but it's an awesome book. So you can always join us, and we're reading a self-help book that's not self-help, but personal development book that's not business related, but it does help with coaching. There's also a national wake up call every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. This is one of the most important things you can do for your business, is to watch this call every week. I don't do the live call. I get it on a podcast, the Beachbody podcast. It loads up probably on Tuesday, and then I listen to it then when I have time. But they always give recognition. They tell you all the sales and all the things you need to know about products and programs coming out. And then they have a guest coach that will talk to you about their own story and about the things that have helped them become successful. So that is super important. You really should try to get on that wake up call every week or watch the recording. Team calls. We want to thank you guys for showing up for this team call. When you show up for team calls, it means you're serious about this business. You care about it. You want to learn. You want to know. You want to be together and be on this team as one. And if you can't make it and you're watching this recording, that's still really important. And we appreciate you taking the time to be with us and to get the information that you need. And then YouTube has countless Beachbody trainings, and especially your coach back office. If you go to your coach.teambeachbody.com, there is a grow your business little section, there are videos, getting started videos. I think there's 5 of them. You can just take your time. They're pretty short. You just watch them and they can give you some great tips and pointers on how to get your business started. So that's basically, we can send this PDF if you want it. Just let us know, and it has all the information there. But let me stop sharing my screen. I'm going to stop this recording